Our train is ready to leave the yard. We saw the train being made up in the last video, and the conductor is just checking through the cars, making sure he's got all the cards and all the paperwork. While he's doing that, I'll just explain the paperwork. Here we have the loco card, what the type of loco is, its number and reporting marks, and what all the functions do. We also have a small box to say the maximum number of cars this loco is allowed to pull. Here is the car card and waybill for the reefer. The car card is RS for the code for a reefer, its reporting marks and its number. And for those who are not familiar with rolling stock, it's an orange reefer. This again has a slight problem, as half my operators are Australian modelers, and a refrigerator car means nothing to them. They have all weird and wonderful numbers and letters for their cars. So, yeah, they have to be shown. Some of the cards have actually got a photo on the front to help them. This one is going to Havre, the J. Frost coal store, door 2. It's empty, it's come from Memphis and it's empty, so it's going to be filled with whatever they're loading at door 2. It could be fish, it could be fruit, it could be any other cold items that need refrigeration. And on the end, the one in red, the caboose car. So the caboose, when it comes back to the yard, will have to go in to be serviced, have its tanks filled, its coal bin filled, and any other work required. Now we're ready to go. So all we need is the clearance from the dispatcher, and we're ready to go. So we have the clearance. We're going from Shelby to Havre, where we'll be switching, and then we'll return to Shelby. We have the train number at the top and the date of issue. All cards are clipped together, and to see the cards you remove the clip and go through them. The instructions are not to bend the cards, but I have to get a cattle prod to remind people, I think. While I've been showing you the cars, the conductor has inspected the train. He's happy. You have all the right cars, with all the right numbers. While they were doing that, the engine was pumping up the air in the train. We normally allow a count of 3 per car. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, so on down the line. The longer the train, the longer it takes. In a real train, this can take anything up to half an hour. But we condense things for modelling. We just can't stand there for half an hour. Some people can, but I can't. So we're now ready to move out, and we'll move down to the first signal and wait for the switch tower to give us the turnout that takes us out onto the main. Train's approaching the signal. It'll remind the switch tower that he's there. We set the cards out on the shelf, so we know exactly what card is going where. And for the newer operators who are not quite sure where the places are, there's a map just above Havre, showing east, west, the next stations and the industries around. The boxcar is the first unit to be located. This will go into Dock 5 at Centennial Mills. So we shall back up the loco. We normally use the bell for doing most of this, but I will turn it off so that I don't have to shout over it. But we'll start. We'll drop the caboose in track 3 and pull the car from track 5. Most of the work is done away from the main line, so other trains can go through. We're not holding anyone else up. We'll pull the car and we'll put this down with the caboose. Now we can back up put the boxcar in dock 5. Now we'll collect the boxcar and the caboose and put them in that track. It's the longest empty track, so it's good while we're switching. Next pick up and drop off is at chute 1 at the mills itself. The card says the car is empty, so it's obviously going to get some grain loaded. The car we picked up we'll now drop next to the boxcar and put our car in that slot. Nothing is done at high speed. We can always stop in exactly the right places, so we don't couple to the wrong car at the wrong time. Now we have to pull the brown covered hopper and replace it with one of the grey ones waiting to be cleaned in the yard. For the remaining 3 cars we have to do a run round, which means we need to access the main line for the run round. We contact the dispatcher to get clearance. We'll disconnect the loco. And we are going to move up to the small dwarf signal, which is red, which means we have to wait for the dispatcher to give us the go-ahead. We have to wait as there is a train coming through on the main line. That one's working hard on the 2% grade. The dispatcher has given us the green, so we can go. Let him know we're clear, and he will set the turnout back for us. We let the dispatcher know we're ready to go into We've hooked up. Now we shall back down clear of the turnout. We don't have to do a pickup here. We're going to door 1 and the reefer that's already there is at door 2. I don't have to move so far. Now we have to go back down the other end of the yard, pull the two covered hoppers which are in at the silo and replace them with the two with the locomotive. Now there's only one hopper in the silo, so we've only got to pull one and leave two. Drop the car clear of the crossing. Now we can go back down and put the two hoppers in the silo. All we have to do is go back out onto the main line to run round the covered hopper and pick up the rest of the train. All turnouts in the yard are done by slide switches. They will have servos eventually. Now all we have to do is wait for dispatcher to give us the main line, which he has done. So now we can reverse out. Waits for the signal. He's now got the signal, so he can come back. Train will stop short of the level crossing, so the conductor can place all the cards for the cars we've delivered into their correct slots and pick up all the cards for the cars that we have on the train. And that was our little switching turn at Havre. The other switching areas on the layout are very similar. You do most of the switching off the main line with the occasional excursion onto the main line. But as long as you check with the dispatcher first, then it's okay.